Hello, everybody. Welcome to some non-conference basketball on this Tuesday night. We got a region rivalry on hand for you as the Highland Trojans traveling to Lake Central High School to face off against the Lake Central Indians. Jack Thiel here with your play-by-play. Joining me, and it's been a while, Giovanni joining me. Giovanni, how are we feeling tonight?
Well, I think what's going to be interesting for the Lake Central Indians is that they have a lot of players out with injury. Looking right now, Nick Anderson, I think that's the big one who's out tonight.
Yeah, and he's been, how do I say this, the catalyst of the team in scoring. And Dom Schiappone has been stepping up as well. And in my mind, Giovanni, that's the question. When it's just the Nick Anderson and Dom Schiappone show, who needs to step up for Lake Central to be that third scorer as well?
Well, if you look at some of the younger players on this team, someone like Jerry Edwards, you look for him to step up tonight. And never mind, I think we discussed this. Jerry Edwards is also out tonight.
Yeah, and, you know, I want to –
Mark Mulisnik is someone
I want to backbone off of that. I think it's time for Jack Davis to step up.
I think so, too.
Senior sharpshooter, Giovanni. I mean, it's senior year. He was a big help to the team last year.
Especially in sectionals. You saw how much he stepped up.
Yeah, and especially if Nick Anderson is out tonight, you're definitely going to need some three-point shooting. And now we go to the Highland Trojans. Struggling a little bit, but they do have a center that has been dominant, averaging about 12 points and 8 rebounds in the name of Tyler Scheidt. Now, Lake Central has had trouble stopping the big guy. In the last game I'll go to is that Munster game with Dorian Benford. They had trouble stopping him in the first half. What do you think Lake Central needs to do to stop Tyler Scheidt and his tall and athletic size for the Trojans?
I think for Lake Central, one person you can look for to try and limit him, Dominic Schiappone. Inside, Dominic Schiappone is 6'5", and Dustin Cheney, too, probably coming off the bench. Kyle Blum at 6'3". I think these are guys that you can look to see trying to stop the inside.
And, you know, we've done about several Lake Central games. And the thing about them, it seems like they have the lead until that fourth quarter, Giovanni. What do you think needs to change in that second half or fourth quarter for Lake Central? I mean, they keep having the lead and then they just lose it.
Something Coach Malaznik, I think, is probably going to emphasize is that this team needs to finish games.
Yeah, and per source, we heard if Coach and the Indians win tonight, this is Coach Malaznik's 200th win, Giovanni. Do you think there's any pressure tonight for him, or do you think he's just going to coach like a regular basketball game?
I don't really see him coaching this game any differently. However, he did go to Highland High School.
Yeah, and, you know, you're going to beat your old high school, right?
Indeed.
We'll be right back after this 30-second commercial.
The Quest is a family-owned establishment located off of US 30. This family has been stuffing stuff for years. Be sure to try their homemade stuffed burger and their new pizza pot pie. Also, don't miss out on their weekly Sunday brunch and 69-cent wings.
Welcome back, everybody, to some non-conference basketball. Jack Thiel here with alongside Giovanni Alcantara. We have the Indians against the Trojans. Familiar opponents, only about 15, 20 minutes away, Giovanni.
As in for the tip-off, it's Dominic Schiapone and someone we were talking about in the pregame, Tyler Scheidt.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the Lake Central team, it looks a little different because there are some injuries. You have Jerry Edwards, Nick Anderson, and Zach Dobis are all out tonight for the Indians as the Trojans get the tip-off.
And those 3 losses, those are all guards.
Yeah,
Only other starting guard is Jack Davis.
And Malusna is the
or has been in the starting lineup,
the sophomore. Is really going to have to step up tonight. And there's a foul already on really your only pure guard right there, Malusnik, and that is a team first, his first. And that's the last thing if you want for Coach Malosnik, Giovanni, an early foul on your guard.
And Jack, you and I have talked about this all year, that Lake Central was going to be interesting to see who would step up at point guard. It was Zach Dobis, and now someone else is going to have to step up.
Yeah, and that's what makes a team. That's when you find out about a team who can step up when someone's missing. You know, it's like in football.
Next man up.
When you're starting quarterbacks out, can the backup step up? That's the big thing for a team. 3 for Moorville, off the back rim, and Malusnik will get the board. Indians with a very young team, only 4 seniors on the roster this year. And 2 of them out there on the starting lineup, Schiapone and Davis. As Schiapone with the easy 2 right there. And that's who's going to have to get the ball all night in my mind is Dominic Schiapone, who is the leading scorer, averaging 12 points a game for the Indians. And he's definitely going to have to be a big role with sharpshooter Anderson out. And it looks like that is a foul on Davis right there. And that's one guy we said in the pregame. You know, you need that third player to step up. It's got to be Jack Davis, a senior. He can hit his threes. He's just been struggling this year, Giovanni.
Indeed, and we saw in the big games, Crown Point sectionals, Munster in sectionals, the Hammond Morton game in the sectional final. We saw just how great of a player he is in the big moments. This year, he's had his moments, but
yeah, as Benninghoff lays in the 2 to get the first points for Highland to make it a 2-2 game. Benninghoff, a 5'10" senior guard. Blum, he can hit that 3. And this is a very Indian team that has been able to hit a lot of threes, and they're very versatile on that. As Blum shoots 3, and he hits the 3 right there.
And what Lake Central really needs to be successful, not just tonight, but really throughout the season, if they want a chance to make a strong run in the postseason, they have a very tough sectional. They have to be shooting well.
As there's Scheidt right there with the hook and the bank to cut into that deficit to make it a 5-4 game, and that's who we said you got to watch out for. And how are you going to stop him? We said the last time Munster's really faced a height guy like that is Dorian Benford, and he had a pretty easy first half against LC, but LC did adjust. And a pass right there, Zazowski right there, and Schiapone feeding him for the 2. And like we said, it's going to be interesting how LC can stop Scheidt because, I mean, he's a pretty tall kid, Giovanni. Benninghoff with another 2. And there's 4 points right there for Benninghoff, the senior, and he's been getting inside pretty easy so far for the Trojans.
All the points have been inside the paint. Lake Central really can't stop it thus far.
Yeah, and if it's a point guard, Davis with the 3 right there. LC with 2 early threes to make this a 10-6 game. And yeah, Benninghoff he's only 5'10", and he's getting inside pretty easily. You got to stop that if you're Lake Central. Benninghoff thought about the 3. Scheidt on the baseline.
Highland trying to find a look inside. They've been able to find it all night so far.
Siska for the 2, and will not go in, and Schiapone grabs the rebound. Blum for another 3. He's cooking up, 2 in a row for the junior. And Highland calls a timeout, and LC hitting their 3s early, Giovanni.
And that's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Dave Malosnik.
Now, Lake Central did get to play in the Highland gym this winter break in the holiday tournament, as this first timeout is brought to you by Allstate, the Comiskey Agency. The All-State Comiskey Agency, located in downtown Cherville, Indiana, open during the weekdays from 9 to 5. Give them a call at 219-322-1486. The All-State Comiskey Agency, located in downtown Cherville, Indiana. Like I was mentioning, Lake Central got to play in the Holiday Hoop Fest tournament that's held at Highland High School. Did not get to meet Highland, though. LC lost to Griffith and beat Hammond Morton. Highland does have a big game this Thursday against the Mustangs and Munster, who is a very tough team. Munster and Highland did play in that tournament, and Munster won pretty decisively. So it's going to be interesting to see how Highland can respond to that game. There's a bad pass right there by Morinville, the senior forward. Looks like he tried to hit Siska in that corner. See if Lake Central can take advantage of the turnovers, and that's a big thing. Can Lake Central take advantage of the turnovers? Because usually the other team takes advantage of their turnovers.
As it's Kyle Blum, who's already hit 2 3-pointers tonight. Jack Davis.
And he hits the long two to make this a 15-6 game. And I think he heard us in our pregame, Giovanni. I think he might have been pretty upset at what we said about him.
I always say, we're not too far from the Lake Central bench.
No, we're not.
They're right below us right here. You can't see them most of the time, but
it
is possible that they hear us sometimes.
There is a steal right there by Blum. All the way across the Blum. Can it be 3 in a row?
Almost had it.
Offensive rebound for Schiappone. It looks like he loses it. And he loses it. Blum with the steal. Malusnik with 1 foul so far. Doesn't have any points for the Indians.
Davis.
Schiappone long two. And he hits the long two to make this 17-6.
You know, we're always surprised when Dominic Schiappone shoots because we really don't see him take that many jump shots.
No, he doesn't. He did have a long jump shot against the Munster, in the Munster game, I should say, in the fourth quarter. That was pretty pivotal, actually.
And as we mentioned before, Lake Central off to an early lead. They're up 17-6 here with 2:40. Can they maintain that lead?
Benninghoff gets in for the 2, and he's fouled. It looks like that's on Davis, and that will be his second and third team foul. It looks like Alex James will be coming in for the Indians. Kind of a rare sight for the Indians. Don't really get to see him play that much.
Well, with how many injuries Lake Central has, you look at that depth on the bench, you look for them to step up.
Yeah, and you see about 2 players on the JV team on the varsity bench tonight.
One noticeable, Kyle Nichols, we haven't seen him at all even dressed for varsity. Looks like he's ready to come in if need be.
As Benninghoff missed that free throw, he couldn't complete the 3-point play. You've got Schiappone in the paint, post move for the 2, and that one rolls in.
Looks like Dominic Schiappone was looking for a foul there.
I don't think there's anything you could do right there if you're shy. That was great defense by the senior. Scheidt for 3. The big man can't hit it, and Schiappone with another rebound. Now it looks like that is a tip pass out of bounds.
And that last play, Schiappone will get credit for the rebound, but that was great by Hernan Zazowski, boxing him out, not letting him get anywhere near that ball, tipping it to get it to Dominic Schiappone. It's gonna stay with Lake Central right here. Looks like Mark Milisnik will inbound it.
Inside of Schiappone, outside to James. James up top, 3. And Blum with the offensive rebound. Bounces out, and James with the rebound. LC is really winning that rebounding game right now. And if you hear a coach, Giovanni, I think that's one of the big things they talk about, winning the rebound game. But if you can't rebound, I mean, you're not going to win. It's plain and simple.
And the other thing is if you're letting the other team get their own rebounds, and that's what Highland has done so far.
Schiappone thought about the 2 outside of Milosnik.
And we saw the Lake Central bench right below us.
We don't really see him score at all.
No. I'm sure they're very excited for him to hit a 3.
Off the front rim. Camden Scheidt can't hit that, so you got 2 brothers on the court right now, Giovanni.
Zazowski
with the 2 and some contact. Might be cold outside, Giovanni, but LC is hot right now shooting the ball. 21-8. LC sometimes doesn't even get this at half.
And interesting, someone we really haven't seen that much, Ami Katara coming in for Dominic Schaponi.
He did play some minutes last year, so this is your Lake Central Indians next year, I should say. And as I say that, Dawson Chaney, the senior, comes in for Kyle Blum. But you see how young this team is, Giovanni.
And I was about to say that before Dawson Chaney came in. Could this be a lineup we potentially see next year for this team? It's
definitely a team that's very versatile. Deep 2, that one goes in. Arce with the 2 for his first points of the night. Cuts the lead to 11 with about 22 seconds left in this first quarter. Indians hot shooting hot early, 21-10. Trojans haven't really been able to, how do I say this, get any rebounds, Giovanni. I mean, they are really lacking in the rebounding category in this first quarter.
It looks like LC will hold it for the last shot.
James for 3 off the front rim, and he gets another rebound. James for another shot, and he is fouled with 0.1 left on the clock.
Wow.
0.1, Giovanni.
So right here, that's basically the first quarter. There's no,
yeah.
It's impossible for them to get off a shot.
You know, I think they should just go by the bench. Drink some Gatorade, something. First free throw. Off the back rim. And I feel like there was nothing you can do there for Highland. I mean, they were going for the ball, and he just threw it up, and, you know, he got hit out of nowhere. So there's nothing you can really do for it. It was going up for the ball. As James is going to try to hit one free throw. Can't hit either. What if he made that, Giovanni?
I still don't believe it would have counted.
Well, it is 21-10 after the first quarter, and this is probably the hottest start we've seen this Lake Central team have this whole year. And like we said in the pregame, we heard per source, if LC wins tonight, Coach Malosnik's 200th win.
And I did confirm that information from indianabasketball.homestead.com.
And I believe he went to Highland, too. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's right.
I believe he did.
I think if I'm Malosnik, I'd like to win tonight against my former school.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you think about just Coach Malosnik's career, I mean, just think of the players he's been able to coach and the journeys he had. Went to state. I mean, played against, I don't even remember their name, Arsenal Tech, with Trey Lyles, who's in the NBA now. Malosnik also coached an NBA player, Glenn Robinson.
I don't think anyone around here doesn't know his name.
Yeah, he has his Indiana jersey hung up here as well. Same with Tyler Weidman, playing overseas right now. Used to play for the Butler Bulldogs.
It was always fun to watch Tyler Weidman play.
It was, and Big Cat, you know. It was a big guy. You know, Malosnik's had the opportunity to coach a lot of great players, and we always said this year is probably going to be one of his most challenging because this is the year they don't really have a playmaker. I mean, you go back, I'll go like 5 years. They've always had that one guy to score about 20 points, you know, when they needed it. Camden Scheidt with the ball goes up top to Arce. Scheidt goes for the 2, and he's just swatted right there by Zazowski.
Hunter Zazowski going right in front of the Lake Central student section. He's getting this place hyped up.
Camden Scheidt goes up top to Arce. Scheidt to Scheidt. Rolls in for the 2, and Highland starts the quarter with a 2. See that, Giovanni? Brother to brother right there.
Interesting. Kyle Blum taking the ball up.
He's kind of their point guard right now, him and Alex James. Blum for 3. He's hit 2. And the putback, it looks like that's by Hunter Zazowski. And he's playing like an animal tonight, Giovanni.
Hunter Zazowski just brings a completely different energy to this team whenever he scores or even gets a big play on defense like we just saw.
6:30 left in this second quarter, 23-12 Lake Central. LC's 2-3 zone is really working right now. And as I say that, Tyler Scheidt with the 2 and the contact as he'll be going to the line for 1 free throw. That is Lake Central's 14th foul.
And it looks like Jack Davis and Mark Milisnik will check into the game for Alex James and Ami Katara.
I don't think Lake Central really misses Nick Anderson or Zach Dobis anymore. I mean, they're playing great without him. I mean, of course you miss Nick Anderson. I mean, dude's a sharpshooter. As he can't complete the three-point play. Cuts the lead to 9, though. That's the thing for Highland. You can't let this lead get too big before it's too late.
Jack Davis.
3, he's hit 1. Can't hit that one. Arce with the rebound. Siska for 3. Can't hit that one. Lusnik brings it up. Zowski corner 3. Inside to Schiappone. Davis goes baseline, brings it back up. Zowski 3 in the corner. And that one bounces in. Flashes the 3 symbol as Lake Central extends its lead to 12, 26-14.
And we know that as a shot, Hunter Zazowski is not scared to take at all. We usually see him going inside, trying to get points in the paint. Right there, he just takes the corner 3.
He did hit a buzzer beater in a JV game last year. I do remember that. Arce for 2. Completes that 2-point play to make this a 10-point game. Highland really needing a defensive stop right here as the Indians are they're just on fire tonight, Giovanni. I think it's just plain and simple. Schiappone for the 2. And a great find right there and a great shot. Looks like that was last touched by Schiappone. Hustle play right there. Looks like Alex James will be coming back in for Hunter Zazowski. Siska passing the ball out all the way to Scheid up top. Arce with the ball. Siska for 3. Siska hits his first 3 tonight to make this 28-19. Highland's not going anywhere, Giovanni.
No, they are not. This is a team that's going to fight to the bitter end. Not going to let Lake Central beat them that easily. What a shot right there.
Well, I think when you come to Lake Central, it's always a momentum booster to win here, in my mind. Blum goes inside for the 2, and looks like that's a blocking foul on Siska. So Blum will head to the line for 2 free throws as Highland's second team foul. And there's not really one player that's going off because it's been a team game for them tonight. You've got Blum making shots, Zazowski making shots, Davis making shots, Schiappone hitting shots as Blum hits the first free throw. You know, is it sometimes best for the team to not have your best shooter sometimes?
Well, in a situation like this, I mean, we've seen some of the younger players get some time. Alex James, we really haven't seen that much from this year. We saw Ami Katara come into the game right now just for a brief time. But it is important to get some of these younger players minutes.
Well, Blum hit that second free throw, though. Hit 2 for 2. Arce with the ball up top. Lake Central in that daunting 2-3 zone. Siska, another 3. It looks like it was tipped by an Indian, and it'll be Highland ball.
Lake Central student section. Siska got the ball, and
You think he likes to shoot the 3?
so far tonight, he's not scared to shoot it.
Bending off. Thought about going inside. Arce up top. Morinville can't get that. Scheidt with the offensive rebound. And he is fouled by Schiappone, and I believe that is his second as well.
And Schiappone didn't think he fouled him there.
15 foul. It is his second. And now is a time where you might be seeing Hunter Zazowski or Dawson Chaney, as Hunter Zazowski is now going to the scorer's table. And I imagine going in for Dominic Schiappone. Tyler Scheidt, first free throw is up. Hits the back end.
And he will come in for number 34, Dominic Schiappone, the senior.
I think that's the last we'll see Schiappone of the half. With 3 minutes left, you don't have him get any more fouls. You never know. You might need him late in the game.
And he is a player that can get inside and score some buckets for you.
As Scheidt goes 1 for 2 right there to make this a 10-point game. Davis goes baseline all the way up top to Blum. Corner James for 3. How about that? Alex James with the 3. Alex James also a pitcher for the LC Indians and made a huge spark to that bullpen, I should say, for the baseball team last year, Giovanni.
Him and Zach Dobis. Zach Dobis out tonight with an injury.
And also another name, Brock Begesha, who was also a big part in that bullpen, committed to Dayton, Ohio. Turnover right there by the Trojans.
Brock Begesha just a junior.
Yes, so was Alex James.
I think the future of pitching here at Lake Central, future looks bright.
Hopefully it's the same for the future of basketball here. As Malusnik brings the ball up with 2:27 left in the second quarter, 33-20 Lake Central. And this is definitely the offensive spurt you need going into DAC games if you're Lake Central, because, Giovanni, I think something we both can agree on, the DAC is one of the most daunting conferences in Indiana, as Malusnik makes that shot.
And Lake Central will face off against the Portage Indians right here on Friday.
And, you know, when you say that, and then you also get, yep, they got to play Maryville. And another turnover by the Trojans. And, you know, we're going back, Giovanni. You say, you know, you just mentioned Portage, but wait. There's Maryville. There's Michigan City. There's Valpo. There's Chester. I mean, it's just everyone is just competitive in that. And it's so hard to survive.
Especially Valpo. Valpo
yes,
has a very good chance, in my opinion, of getting to state. They're going to have some tough competition along the way, but Brandon Newman.
That he has definitely made a mark. You know, I mean, committed to Purdue, but he has definitely improved his game by a far.
Jack Davis.
Davis with the steal. He can dunk, and he can't hit the 2, and he can't hit the 2, and he can't tip it in. And it looks like there might be a foul.
I feel like Central, someone absolutely has to tip that one in.
Playing some volleyball here tonight, Giovanni.
Hunter Zazowski, Kyle Blum.
Jack Davis going to hit the layup. Zazowski will be going to the line for 2 free throws.
I think all will be forgiven here if he hits both these free throws.
I mean, it was up and down as Zazowski hits the first free throw.
Maybe they're doing their best Cody Parkey impression.
I don't think that. I think they're playing some good volleyball. I'll give them that, though.
In and out.
I think they're playing some volleyball. Here's Zazowski. 2 for 2. Yes, he does. 37-20, and this is definitely one of the highest scoring halves for Lake Central this year.
They got to keep it up.
Almost another, and that might be another turnover, and it's and it is another turnover. Zazowski. And he is definitely fouled on that one. He's going to the line for another pair of free throws. About 5 straight turnovers for the Trojans, Giovanni. And definitely at the worst time. Zazowski, last time he went to the line was 2 for 2. Makes the first. Camden Scheidt will be coming in for the Trojans for number 24, Zachary Benninghoff. And he hits another one. 4 straight points for Hunter Zazowski.
All on free throws. He's been.
If you're a free throw shooter and you're good at it, that's a key for a basketball team.
And another turnover.
And another turnover for the Trojans.
Yikes, you can't have that.
With about under a minute left here, 39-20, Lake Central with the big lead. They might just hold this for the last shot.
Can't blame them.
Entering the 30-second mark.
Who do you think takes the last shot here?
I'm going Zazowski.
I'm gonna go.
He's hot.
I'm gonna go with Kyle Blum.
He's got a hot hand. I mean, you got to feed him. Under 10 seconds left. James for 3 in the corner.
And
how about another one? And he's blocked by Blum.
Kyle Blum letting him hear it after that.
Stared him down. And that is the end of the first half. Lake Central enters halftime with one of their biggest leads and one of their biggest scoring halves of the half. We will be back in 15 minutes. Stay tuned, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. That halftime was brought to you by John's Auto Sales, located in Dyer, Indiana. John's Auto Sales, want a great deal on a car? Make sure you stop at John's Auto Sale in Dyer, Indiana. Open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 219-322-1177. John's Auto Sale, located in Dyer, Indiana. Entering this third quarter, Giovanni, we've had time, to talk about the first half. What did you like most about Lake Central in that first half?
Especially at the end of the second quarter, Highland was just playing so sloppy, and I'm not sure if that has more to do with Lake Central's defense or Highland, but Lake Central was causing so many turnovers towards the end of that second quarter. They got to do more of that in the second half, and I see no reason why, if they do that, they don't come out here tonight with a win.
It's definitely a big improvement from last home game against the Mustangs on December 18th. So it's good to see the Indians, improving on what they need to improve on to, get a quality win. And it looks like there's a turnover right there by the Indians, or by the Trojans, I should say, forced by the Indians. Scheidt with the travel.
That is the starting five that we saw at the beginning of the game. Here to start this second half.
Blum for three. He's a hot man tonight, Giovanni. Third three for Kyle Blum.
And Kyle Blum will take that look all night long. No reason he shouldn't be hitting that.
Betting off. Goes back up to Arce. 2-3 zone for the Indians. Arce for three. Scheidt with the offensive rebound. Spin move two and the contact. Interesting to see if that's on Schiappone, because if that is the case, that will be his third.
And if it is on Schiappone, we'll see if they take him out early in this third quarter. Remember, Jack, right now I don't remember what game it was, but remember the game, Dominic Schiappone got in some foul trouble early.
Well,
and we
good news for the Indians fans. That's on Hunter Zasowski in his team's first.
Speaking of the Indians fans, student section theme tonight is jersey night. Lots of great jerseys.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different jerseys out there.
Michael Jordan, Mitchell Trubisky,
well,
LeBron James.
Scheidt completes the three-point play.
See a Ravens jersey out there.
Blum goes up top to Lusnik. Blum on the baseline of Schiappone. All the way across. Zasowski not corner three, up top three. Blum with the offensive rebound. Swada gets his own block, I guess I should say. Blum, another three. Okay, you got to stop it right now. Kyle Blum with another three.
If you're Highland, you absolutely cannot keep leaving him open like that. Not only is he going to take that look, he's going to make it almost every time.
I'll tell you one thing. They did not study Kyle Blum, the Trojans.
And if they did, well, their execution has not been that good.
No. Nope. Schiappone with the rebound. (48-23) in this third quarter.
And
tipped by Scheidt.
Tipped out.
Blum up top to Zasowski. Almost a steal right there. Davis clear path outside of Malusnik.
Surprised Jack Davis. Looks like he would have had a good look at a three-pointer right there.
Yeah.
Decided not to take it. Try to drive inside, maybe find better look.
Well, Zazowski drives in and will get fouled, and we go into the line for 2 free throws.
He shot very, very well from the free throw line tonight. .507 left here in the third quarter.
In and out.
And that free throw, that missed free throw, really not the end of the world, but if you're Lake Central, you really got to look to try and put them away in this third quarter. And it's going to be interesting to see what other players on the bench that we usually don't see get some time tonight.
Well, there's an air ball right there by Benningoff.
Highland, and going back to Highland, you absolutely cannot take shots like that.
Not even when you're down 25. Inside of Schiappone. Schiappone for 2. Absorbs the contact, but that doesn't matter as he lays in the 2 off the glass. They put up 50 points so far for the Indians. Inside, and looks like number 52 for the Trojans, Warren Kovacic, stepped out, and that'll be Lake Central ball.
As we've seen a lot of Mark Melissa.
Drops him.
Oh.
Davis. And he's pushed by Scheiton. Oh, that's some James Harden stuff right there, Giovanni.
He didn't travel.
Trent Slavin enters the game for the Trojans. Davis, 3. In and out. Looks like with the rebound, he's just swatted right there by number 10, Miles Simmons. Arce goes to Benninghoff in the corner. Simmons goes to Slavin. Slavin goes to Arce. Benninghoff in that corner. Inside to Slavin. Slavin loses it. And that'll be off Zazowski, and it'll be a Highland ball.
And interesting, we haven't seen in this third quarter Jordan Siska, the senior forward.
Throwing up a lot of threes in that first half.
And he was making some of them.
He was. Scheit for the 2, and an easy 2 to cut the deficit to 25. I'm still waiting for another Blum 3. You know, it's been unstoppable tonight.
Alex James, we've seen him hit a few corner threes tonight. He had the one at the end of the second half.
Blum, 3. I think he's fouled on that too.
He was.
I'm not 100% if that's a 3 though. They're going to talk it over to see if his foot was on the line.
And they're going to say 2.
Blum, we go into the line for 2 free throws.
A couple of interesting jerseys I see in the stands. Ezekiel Elliott and my man Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
You know,
LA Galaxy star.
You know, I haven't seen a Khalil Mack jersey, and I'm kind of surprised actually.
And
Because everyone said for Christmas, what did you get? And a lot of people said a Khalil Mack jersey, including myself. I see Brandon Marshall though. I'll give you respect for that. And Giovanni, you know a Bears jersey I carry around a lot. You know it. I always wear it. My Jay Cutler jersey. I'm proud of it.
Statistically, the best quarterback in Bears history.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. Back to high school basketball. LC up 52-25 in the middle of this third quarter. Slavin goes in for the 2 on the baseline. Blum handles the rebound. You know, I see a Chris Paul Wake Forest jersey, or Georgia Tech, something like that, I'm pretty sure.
I'm starting over at The Zlatan Ibrahimovic jersey. That was actually from his time at PSG, or Paris Saint-Germain.
Must be a true fan. Arce brings the ball up, crosses over. Siska on the wing. Scheidt for three. The big man hits the big three to make this 52-28 with 2 minutes exactly left in this third quarter.
And one thing we mentioned before, tonight, if LC holds on to win, and in all likelihood they probably will, it's going to be Coach Dave Malaznik is going to have his 200th win.
You think they give him like a ball or something?
The game,
well,
I mean, it's a pretty big milestone. I heard it's his 15th year here on the PA.
Well, what we do know is this timeout is brought to you by Route 1 Chevy Buick in Monmouth, Illinois. Need a car? Make sure you stop at Route 1 Chevy Buick located in Monmouth, Illinois. Open every day besides Sunday, providing the best deals for the best cars. Give them a call at 815-662-4075. That's Route 1 Chevy Buick in Monmouth, Illinois. Give them a call, everybody.
Just under 2 minutes left here in this third quarter. Lisnich gets it to Jack Davis.
Blum at the DAC sign. We haven't really seen Blum after that 1-3 he made. And there's a hack right there. That'll be a foul on Trent Slavin, team's fourth, his first.
And if this game continues to be basically Lake Central just dominating this game, I think we really can expect to see some of the younger JV players who really haven't gotten a lot of time.
Musenik, 2.
In and out.
Benninghoff brings the ball up, goes to Scheidt again. Off the rim. Can't handle the rebound as James controls it. A little press right now by Benninghoff. Blum thought about the three with under 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Blum for three. Off the front rim.
Well short on that one.
Accuracy was good. Siska goes off the screen, goes to Benninghoff. Scheidt sets a pick. Loses off of Scheidt's leg. Trent Slavin for three. Way off, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Lake Central with a huge lead, 52-28. And Coach Malaznik is 8 minutes away from his 200th win, Giovanni.
Very impressive milestone. Big congrats to him.
Yeah, and we talked about, you know, he's had a long tenure here at Lake Central High School, and it's been a great tenure, I should say. You know, he's coaching the old gym, which is really weird to think about. You know, it feels so long ago that they were playing in what is now the field house, and now he's playing in the new gym here, or coaching, I should say. So right now, going into the fourth quarter, Lake Central, we're probably going to see these bench players for Lake Central. I mean, you're up 24. I wouldn't risk anything.
I expect to see guys like Nate Oakley, Graham Weber, and Kyle Nichols.
Like we said, they've got a daunting, and I mean daunting, Giovanni, schedule coming up, including the DAC. You definitely don't need your players hurt, the ones that you're going to need the most.
And Lake Central already has playing veterans, Zach Dobus, Jerry Edwards.
And that's my point.
Nick Anderson.
That's right. Exactly. Looks like Hunter Zazowski checks in for Kyle Blum. Zowski goes for the 2, up and around, but he's fouled and going to the line for 2. Giovanni, if we did a poll, what do you think would win? What jersey is worn more, throwbacks or current?
Throwbacks.
I was going to agree with you. I got to go throwbacks. I think throwbacks are the coolest jerseys to wear. As Zowski going to line for 2 free throws. The first one is good. But what do you consider a throwback? 10 years?
That's fair. 10 years.
Zowski's second free throw is good as well. 2 for 2 at the line. 54-28 Lake Central to start this fourth quarter as Blum goes to the scores table. And there looks like there's a foul on Lusnik. It's about his second. Student section chanting, "We want Oakley," in the meaning of they want Nathan Oakley in the game.
And for a second, I thought maybe they were going to get
he stood up, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's coming in."
Not someone we've seen at all.
Not on varsity, no. Baseline pass for the Trojans, and a steal right there. Zowski, he's got Scheidt behind him, and he lays into 2. Pretty easy right there, coast to coast. And Hunter Zowski is really stepping in. Yes, huge block, big threes, going coast to coast with some, layups. He's not afraid of the contact, Giovanni. We're sure of that, as Scheidt lays in the 2.
And if you're Lake Central after this game, your focus is definitely going to go towards Portage. Big DAC game right here at home. It'll be live right here on this YouTube channel.
Trent Slavin steals it, and that'll be a foul on Blum. Yeah, LC's already 0-1 in the DAC. You don't want to go 0-2. If you go 0-2, I think your odds of winning a DAC are from slim to none. If I'm being real with you right now.
It's already going to be tough enough.
It is already tough enough.
Chesterton's tough. Both those games are on the road.
I mean, you look at Valpo's losses. They're the top teams in Indiana.
They gave Warren Central, a team that won state last year, in Class
a run for their
4A.
money.
They gave him a game.
Well, I'm impressed with Tyler Scheidt for Highland right now. He is having a huge game. And he's definitely going to be something for the Highland team the rest of the way if they want to, get some games on the W column.
And I'm a little surprised to still see the starters in at this point. You have a 24-point lead.
Chaponi drives in for 2. There's going to be a charge drawn by Benninghoff. And that'll be Dom Schiaponi's 3rd foul. Kicks it out to Benninghoff. Arce, 3. And it looks like that might be over the back on Scheidt, and it will be over the back. 16 foul on the Trojans. No, Giovanni, I don't like this term. It's the term bandwagon, and when I look at the jerseys, I see a lot of playoff teams down there.
Let's see. Well,
you've got. Well,
I do see a live.
Well, we'll go with the first playoff bracket was because a lot of those teams lost. You got the Ravens, you got the Seahawks, you got the Bears. I see the Cowboys.
Our Indian Max Rosenbaum was wearing a Le'Veon Bell jersey.
I saw the Steelers. See a LeBron. I don't see a Moncada jersey for the White Sox. A little surprised as there's a timeout right there.
And this timeout is brought to you by Supermercado Mi Poblanita in Maryville, Indiana. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And on Saturday, they open at 7 a.m. and they close at 7 p.m. And on Sunday, once again, they open at 7 a.m. and they close at 6 p.m. Located just off of Route 30 in Maryville, Indiana. Great people work in the store. They were very nice.
Have you been there?
Yes, I have.
How was it?
It was very nice. I got myself a nice bag of Takis.
I have never been there. I'm going to go straight up. I've never been there. Never, ever been there. I'll check it out, though.
I did say that for other sponsorships are John's Auto Sales.
Route 1 Chevy Buick, Allstate Comiskey Agency, and The Quest. We'd like to thank you all for sponsoring tonight's game. With 5:47 left in this fourth quarter, Lake Central with a huge lead, 56-32. Lake Central will pass the ball out. And Giovanni, I think we can both say this game's over. I really don't see Lake Central blowing this as I say that, and they turn the ball over.
5:46.
I've seen crazy things happen in this gym, Giovanni.
Looking at you, Nick Anderson.
But like you go on ESPN, you see the percentage, and I think LC's at like that 99.9% right now. Arce drives in, 2. Can't go in. Malusnik. All the way across Zazowski. Step back, 3.
I'm very surprised Coach Dave Malaznik. Maybe he really wants to ensure that 200th win.
Like I said, I've seen crazy things, and if he's been here for how long did you say, 15 years?
I believe so.
I think he's seen crazier things too. Easy 2 right there for Highland.
The lead is cut down to 22.
They're chipping at it. They're making little marks.
They will not give up. That's for sure. And Kyle Blum looks like he's wide open.
Blum, he had the open 3, but does not take it.
And if you're Lake Central, just need to hang on to the ball, chip away at the clock, and Schiponi.
Blum, 3. Blum with another 3. Inject the ice in his veins. That's about 5 threes tonight for the junior, Kyle Blum. We saw he had a big game against Gary Westside. Now he's having a big game tonight against Highland. As there's a 3 right there.
Speaking of bandwagons, as we were talking about earlier, I just did see a Kevin Durant jersey leave.
Jesus.
A Golden State Warriors one. Don't think I need to say much more about that.
I've seen worse jerseys, though. I'm not going to lie. There's a blocking foul right there by Morinville. And that is bonus for the Indians. Single bonus. So Bowman will be going to the line for 1-and-1. Blum trying to add on to his huge game. And it's good. My favorite jersey I probably have in my closet right now it's got to be my Rick Vaughn jersey from the movie Major League. That's probably my favorite jersey ever as Blum hits the second free throw.
My favorite jersey is the one I just got for Christmas. Is my Manchester United jersey. No specific player on the jersey, but thanks, Mom and Dad, for that.
As Scheidt hits the 2, and he's fouled as he goes to the line for 1 free throw. Yeah, we hope you all had a great New Year.
This is our
holidays
first basketball live stream
of the 2019 year. Yeah, we hope you had all safe and great holidays. Seniors entering their last semester as Scheidt completes the 3-point play.
Including you, Jack.
Yeah. It's interesting. Last semester of high school. Davis on the wing. Up top with Zazowski.
3:30 to go in the ball game.
Outside the Davis corner 3. And then out, Blum offensive rebound and can't convert the 2. Another rebound. Blum finds Malusnik. And looks like that's off of Simmons.
Student section still not getting their wish and getting number 43, Nate Oakley, into this game.
I think they'll get him in. And I'm sure you'll hear the roar.
Lisnich try to get inside. He does, and that one is no good.
Got inside for it too, but he couldn't convert it. Arce drives in, and there's another foul on Lisnich. The foul will be on the ground, though. Lake Central's 16 foul. It looks like Dawson Cheney will check in for the Indians.
And we do want to thank our fantastic crew for coming out on this Tuesday night. Jack, thank you for commentating this game with me. We
Of
had
course.
Josh Brunette and Max Galosi handling the camera for us. We had Jared Carroll doing the scoreboard for you and running all the other production stuff. And our director, Jacob Kuchka.
As Scheidt hits the 2 and goes to the line for another 3-point play chance.
We also did have alumni Colm Tomazuski come pay a visit to us.
Always great to see my old partner, gotta say. Highland wants an over and back call. Won't get it. Cheney for the easy 2, lays it in.
As we do see some fans starting to file out here.
It's a big part. There was a lot of cars in the parking lot. I parked in the back, so you better go before it's too late. And
I was lucky enough. I was coming in, and one of the first spots towards the end of red light here. One of the first spots, someone was backing out, and I'm very close. I did not have to walk in the cold for that long.
Well, Scheidt continues his impressive performance by laying another 2 in. I'm almost sure he has almost all the points in this quarter for the Trojans.
Just below 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
Almost picks his pocket, but it's a foul on Simmons, and it looks like James will be going to the line for 2 free throws, or 1 and 1, my bad.
And we do want to remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you can be notified of our future live streams. Next one's going to be this Friday as the Portage boys basketball team comes to visit our boys basketball team right here at home.
Indians
critical DAC matchup
versus Indians. As James hits the first free throw. You know, I'm excited for the end of the year for Lake Central. They've got some top-notch competition coming in.
It's going to be tough.
They've got Crown Point as James makes the second one, who defeated Munster in Munster. They've got Marquette Catholic with Colin Kinney committed to Furman, who beat Villanova actually this year, averaging 28 points game. And then you got McCutcheon, we got a lot of Bloomington fans probably here. If you guys know who Robert Finnessy is, his little brother is on the McCutcheon team. So our last 3 games, they're all home, Giovanni. They're going to be a treat to watch.
They are, and we've been lucky here at LC commentating the games, being able to call some of these players.
And
in
we saw Newman last year. We saw Finnessy 2 years ago. That's on IU right now.
Last year in basketball and baseball, we saw Austin Pearson. I believe his name
that was a treat for us. I mean,
especially in baseball.
Standout.
Not taking away anything from his basketball skills, but in baseball,
standout pitcher. I got to say that bottom line. At Purdue actually right now with Connor Tomasic, an LC alum, who also played on the basketball team last year.
And I was also lucky to see Demizi Anderson.
Also at IU. And there's a foul on Ami. Yeah, Indiana provides a lot of great talent around here. Only if we got to play La Lumiere, Giovanni. One of the top schools in the nation, only located about 35 minutes away. Only. They're located in LaPorte, Indiana. Lake Central did play LaPorte last Friday. And what happened during that halftime of that was the girls softball team who went to state got the rings. They did not win state, but they got the rings. And that's a sight to see, Giovanni.
It really is. It's a great accomplishment just game night came. And
actually,
see them have their moment. I mean, I'm sure they had their. I'm sure now they will look back and think it was great for them to get to state. It was a great run to watch. I did watch.
I was at every game. I was at every game. It was a treat. And you know,
they lost a lot of seniors, but I think this year
it'll be interesting to see how Coach Sherman, how he does losing a lot of talent.
Panarski.
Klatusik, Kiefer. Those are kind of like a backbone right there. Tucker. They do have Gabby Carr, Jenna Toll, Liz Peterson, 3 girls that are definitely capable of taking over the team. With 20 seconds left in, the fans are getting what they want. Nate Oakley is at the scores table, but I don't know if he'll check in. He's not going to check in. The fans almost got what they wanted.
Graham Weber, very funny. He just did this so close. He was so close to going in.
And what we have been told this whole night, Coach Malosnik gets his 200th win as a coach.
Big congrats to him.
That is something.
It's a great accomplishment.
For high school basketball, I think that's an amazing accomplishment. That's all for us here. I'm Jack Deal with Giovanni Alcantara. Make sure you guys tune in Friday night for Lake Central versus Portage. Have a great night, everybody.